God speaks to everyone in different ways, and I think that if you've been pursuing a relationship with God for a while, you would already know how God speaks to you. For me, if I'm not supposed to speak to a person again, or if God is trying to tell me, or the Holy Spirit is trying to tell me not to hang out with a certain person anymore, and I'm already just feeling it in my spirit, like I always just feel the peace. The peace is gone when I'm going to see, maybe when I'm on my way to see the person, or when I'm about to talk. I don't know, maybe we're about to hang out, something like that. I will just not feel peace. And so that's how I always know. And for me, I always hold on to things, especially relationships. When I say relationship, I mean like friendships. I usually hold on to it tight, onto it because I'm like, where am I going to find another friend? Like we all know that friendships is not something that you just jump in and get out. Like it doesn't even make sense. But I don't always listen to that nudge that tells me no. And when I don't listen, I feel like for in my own experience, everybody's experience is different. In my own experience, the next thing that happens is that that person will just switch up on me. I don't know how God does it. I don't know how. I don't know. I don't know. But that person, I don't know if they can sense it that I already don't feel like I should hang out with them more often. I don't even know the explanation behind this, but I just know that in my experience, that's what happens. Like when I know that I shouldn't do something and I'm forcing it just does not work out. Like that person, all of a sudden, I'll just wake up one morning and I'll see that the person has already started acting up. Like I'll just sense, I'll just start sensing like a sort of attitude, and I'll just know. It's due. Like I don't know the explanation behind this thing. If you know, tell me. But when something is up, when something is due for me, if I don't take the action to walk away from that situation, the other person, the people at the receiving end, the other person, the whatever is on the other end, would start rejecting you. That's just how it is. In my own experience, when people switch up on me, it has never been a surprise for me that I did not see this coming. Maybe the first time it happened, I was a bit taken aback, but after the first few times that happened, I just know. Like in fact, when I start feeling that way, if I don't walk away from the situation, I already know what's going to happen. I already know that the other person at the other end, or the whatever is on the other end, is going to reject me. Because my time is up in that place, in that situation, in that whatever it is. Like I just know it has never been a surprise for me that someone is acting a certain way, or someone starts to make me feel like unwanted, or they don't want to hang out with me anymore. I've never been surprised by it. Like even the best of my friends, when they start switching up on me, I'll be like, yeah, I'll still be pained, but I saw it coming. Although I knew it was gonna happen, and that's just my experience. So what I've learned from that is when it's time for me to walk out of the situation, I just always start walking out. When I start sensing it, I start retracting my steps. I start, okay, this is what I'm supposed to do. I start thinking about it. I start trying to put it to action, because to be honest, as much as I see it coming, it still always shocks me. Like it still always hurts, you know. But I feel like if I'm the one taking the action, like if I'm the one like deciding that okay, yeah, it will be less harsh on me. Yeah, that's just it for this video. In case anybody else is going through the same thing or can relate, you know, or in case this video can help someone out there, Just peace out there. Bye. See you in my next video.